Bahir is the main town of Lake Tana, quite well vegetated in contrast to the sparse highlands. Lake Tana is the largest lake in the Ethiopian highlands and is situated at an altitude of around 1,800 meters above sea level, and covers a surface of 3,600 square kilometers. This fast-growing city developed from the 16th century and is now the administrative center for the entire region. A prosperous and industrial city with a university and technical college. The statue of an Ethiopian warrior stands in the center of a circle of traffic. And two beautiful tree-lined avenues divide the city on the large lake. It's a hive of activity from dawn till dusk. Here, life is colorful and pulsating, and tourism is a growing industry. The city, with its palm trees and blue water of the lake, combine to form a veritable Ethiopian Riviera. The market also pulsates with life. Here, all the necessities of life can be bought, even if they are sold amid the dust of the road. On the outskirts is a traditional livestock market in which both goats and cows change hands. A huge war memorial commemorates those who lost their lives in the struggle against the Derg. The roads here are quite bumpy, but there's always something new to see. A small ferry takes us over the narrow Blue Nile that flows out of Lake Tana. On the other side of the river, a path leads over desolate lava rock along the Abe, as the Blue Nile is still known. Cattle herds collect here several times a day for water. The former splendor of this place is no more. The huge masses of water of the waterfalls of the Blue Nile have almost vanished due to the construction of a hydroelectric plant. Only during temporary switch-off can the fascinating sight of an endless wall of water be seen as in the past. The Blue Nile, one of 4 paradise streams. In a large bow, it flows down from the Ethiopian highlands to Sudan, and finally unites with the White Nile in Khartoum. The people here survive due to the river that has determined their lives since time immemorial. On many of its 37 islands, Lake Tana in northern Ethiopia is well known for its ancient churches and monasteries. Dega Stephanos is located in the center of the lake and contains one of the country's most important monasteries. On the summit, framed by walls and hidden under great trees, is the Holy Stephanos Monastery. In a small sanctuary, various mummies are preserved within glazed wooden coffins. Here, the remains of 5 emperors of various dynasties lie at rest. Plus, there are remarkable sacred treasures and masterpieces of Ethiopian art. Today, only a few monks reside here. Dek is the largest island and can be seen in the distance. 2 water towers and a bell tower of typical Gondar design protect the Naga Selassie church. 24 stone-like pillars adorn the outer ring of a path that leads around the church. The magnificent murals in the interior of the rotunda are among the most beautiful and most well-preserved of those that are known as the second Gondar design. There is no altar, just a shrine, the Makdas, that is surrounded by painted walls, the motifs of which were often depicted as what could be called comic strips. Bible stories are told, and the Trinity is surrounded by purgatory to the journey to heaven. People celebrate outside the church. By boat, we travel to the south of Lake Tana, to the Zegye Peninsula, a romantic natural landscape, a splendid place where once politicians met. A narrow path leads through coffee and gesho bushes to a hill within a monastery area, at the center of which is the impressive monastery fort. Here, treasures were also protected, such as books and crosses. The history of the hidden island monastery is long, and most notably includes the hostilities of the Oromo tribe in the land of Shur. There, the emperor's fort was taken piece by piece from shore back to the islands of Lake Tana, and the monastery experienced a new prosperity and became the seat of government. Close by to the south is the small island of Kibran. A plaque by the entrance gate indicates that females are not permitted to enter the monastery. This small monastery is one of the oldest in Ethiopia. Here in 1350, Abba Johannes of Shur settled and was eventually buried. One of the towers contained crowns, crosses and books. Papyrus thickets surround the island monastery of Debre Mariam, a tiny, modest church. During the reign of Emperor Amda Sion, this was part of a monastery, and Emperor Ieyasu I decreed that a religious council be held here. The local people of Woyoto still use papyrus boats and live as in the past. The route leads northwards through a land of contrasts. Priceless relics of a once powerful, ancient and religious civilization are set in a breathtaking landscape. Slowly, the suburbs of Gondar emerge and stone buildings line the road.